Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 4 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 4 math and then click on view all lessons. There you can find the list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter add and subtract decimals. Here I'm on grade 4 math. We're going to start with the chapter decimals. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is add decimal numbers. Add 0.18 plus 0.78. So you need to add exactly the same like we add the other numbers, but you have to line up the number according to the decimals, right? Line up decimal numbers. So 8 plus 8 is 16, right? 6 and carry 1. 7, 8, 9, that is 0.96. Let's just start with the test questions. Four point three plus 4.4. So according to decimal point, 4 plus 3 is 7 and 4 plus 4 is 16. 8, sorry. 4 plus 4 is 8. That is 8.7. Option number 2 is the correct option. Twenty-six point seven plus 36.1. 7 plus 1 is 8. 6 plus 6 is 12. Write 2 and carry 1. That is 62.8. Option number 1 is the correct option. That is 62.8. 7.4 plus 1.9. That is 9.3. Option number 2 is the correct option. Add 1.3 plus 1.2. That is 2.5. Option number 2 is the correct option. Nineteen point zero. Option number 2 is the correct option. Very good. That is 15.2. Option number 2 is the correct option. 0.9 plus 0.6, which is the correct option. That is 1.5. Option number 2 is the correct option. Very good. That is 0.65. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. Subtract decimal numbers. Let's just start with the next lesson. So exactly the same way we do subtraction, we just need to line up the numbers according to the decimal point, right? The rest of the things are exactly same like we do this for the simple numbers. 3 take away is 1, 9 take away 4 is 5. So that is 0.51. Option number 2 is the correct option. 8.7 minus 8 take away 1, that is 0.6. Option number 1 is the correct option. 7.3 minus 1.2, that is 6.1. Option number 2 is the correct option. 53.46 minus 39.89. So we cannot subtract 6 out of 9. We need to carry 16. Take away 9 is 7. That would be 13. Take away 8 is 5. 12 take away 9 is 3. That is 13.57. That is 13.57. Option number 1 is the correct option. Option number 2 is the correct option. Very good. That is 286.96. 854.44 minus 622.43. So, which is the correct option? Option number 2 is the correct option. That is 232.01. 0.4 minus 0.3. So, which is the correct option? That is 0.1. Option number 2 is the correct option. That is option number 1. 0.6 it is. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is choose decimals with a particular sum or difference. Choose two numbers from the box to complete the addition sentence. So, which two numbers have the sum 0.3? That is 0.2 plus 0.1. Together they make 0.3. Let's just start with the Test questions. Which two numbers have the difference 0.7? So which is the correct option? You are given with two options. You can try them one by one. So the correct option is 0.9, take away 0.2, and it makes 0.7. Option number one is the correct option. Choose two numbers from the box to complete the addition sentence. Just add two numbers. Which two numbers have the sum 0.9? That is 0.2 plus 0.7. Option number one is the correct option. Choose two numbers from the box to complete the addition sentence. Which two numbers have the sum 1? So, which is the correct option? Mm, 0.6 plus 0.4. Option number 2 is the correct option. Choose two numbers from the box to complete the sentence. So, which two numbers have the difference 0.3? Option number 2 is the correct option. Choose two numbers from the box to complete the sentence. Which two numbers have the sum 0.6? Option number 1 is the correct option. Choose two numbers from the box to complete the addition sentence. Option number 1 is the correct option, that is 0.4 plus 0.3, that makes 0.7. Choose two numbers from the box to complete the sentence. So which two numbers have the difference 0.4? Option number 2 is the correct option, that is 0.7 and 0.3. Okay, you can complete the lesson. So let's just move on to next lesson. That is estimate sums and differences of decimals. Let's just start with the test questions. Estimate the sum by rounding each number to the nearest whole number and then adding. 7.8 is rounded to 8 and 3.7 is rounded to 4. 12. Option number 2 is the correct option. Estimate the sum by rounding each number to the nearest whole number and then adding. 4.77 is rounding to 5 and 6.1 is rounded to 6. So 5 plus 6 makes, that is 11. Option number 1 is the correct option. Estimate the sum of rounding. Estimate the sum by rounding each number to the nearest whole number and then adding. That is 6.8 is rounded to 7 and 3.7 is rounded to 4. So 11 it is. Option number 2 is the correct option. One 1.569 plus 6.97. So which is the correct option? 1.569 plus 6.97. One 1.569 is rounded to 2 and 6.9 is rounded to 7. So that would be 9. Option number 2 is the correct option. 9 it is. Option number 2 is the correct option. 7.28 plus 9.64. Seventeen, it is option number 2 is the correct option. 9.9 plus 5.1. That is 15. Option number 1 is the correct option. Option number 2 is the correct option. 17 it is. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 4 math. Chapter we were working on is add decimal numbers, subtract decimal numbers, choose decimals with a particular sum or differences, estimate sums and differences of decimals. So please make sure before the next session you can complete practice questions. Did that is your work until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lessons, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you, or either you can write them down in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.